talk my shit. I got on dick, and she turned around and hit. And I done learned a lot of shit. I had her burn up her brain. I deserve her face. I deserve her. I deserve her. I'm like, how we do your motherfucker.
What's up, guys? This your boy, Mr. I240. I'm back with another episode today. Hey, man, I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all. And you know how we do on this page. You got to do it right. Most important, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ and the other big man, God, for blessing me with another day. And being in blessing me with highly favor just to see this day. Also, I want to thank y'all, too. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, if y'all ain't seen on Instagram already, your boy didn't reach the 100 subscribers. Now I'm going 100 miles running. I'm on the road to 500. I told you I'm trying to get these numbers just like that, just like that. Hey, I'm ready. Like I said, I want to thank God. I want to thank Jesus. And most importantly, I want to thank y'all. Well, not most important. Second important, I want to thank y'all for the love the page been getting. You know, especially the preview of episode 63. Them numbers went up. The preview of What's Beef episode getting the numbers up. I just want to say thank y'all, and I'm grateful for y'all because it was time I was doing this stuff like this. I didn't believe or didn't see the vision or whatever. But you know, one of my homeboys pushed me through, and I feel like the big man above pushed me through. Even though I probably sometimes be disobedient and not read the word and stuff like that, or just fall short of my sins, I'm still thankful for him and showing me the love. You know what I'm saying? Because without him, there would be no me. And without him, I won't be getting through a lot of stuff I be going through right now. But besides that, man, hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I had to get y'all some of this fire content. And plus, this been like a highly anticipated episode for me. Because, especially this first subject, people ain't gonna like it. But hey, it's not here or there. But hey, y'all know what time it is. Shoot, let's get into it. This episode called Truth Time. And we starting off with Edge and Christian. Now, Edge and Christian was a great tag team who debuted. Well, Edge debuted first in 1998, going into 1999. With the "you think you know me," all that, right? And he was entertaining. He was in a match with Jose Estrada. His first big feud was Owen Hart, and they went at it. And then he started going at it with Gangrel, aka Porn Star. And while in the meanwhile, he had this long lost brother named Christian. And then the Brood became a trio. They had a nice little thing going, coming from under the smoke, coming from everything. Both of them had long hair. Then after a while, they broke off for Gangrel and started doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? As Edge and Christian, and they got put on the map against the Hardy Boys and No Mercy in Cleveland, Ohio, in a ladder match. For the winner will be managed by Terry Runnels, which I still find stupid. And I'm gonna say it again, which I find stupid. So they went on there. Then they started feud with the Hardy Boys during the WrestleMania era in 2000. Adding the Dudley Boys into the equation, and they came up with history first with a triple ladder match at WrestleMania. Then 5 months down the road, they came up with the concept TLC. Oh my! Shout out to my boy Mick Foley, who made it sound cool. Then on top of that, they went on to win various championships. They did win the WrestleMania match, and I think they won the SummerSlam match too. And then they lost them in a steel cage match against them. Now, by 2001, they started growing apart and doing their solo thing. And then, okay, Edge won the King of the Ring. Christian was hating on him, and then Christian joined the invasion. You heard me? Joined Stone Cold them. They had the match. I think Edge won. had a little downtime. You know what I'm saying? About 02, they split up. Edge went on to have major success on SmackDown from his high profile feud with Kurt Angle, not the one with Booker T when they was feuding over dumb shampoo. That feud was trash. Good match with Booker T. Done concept. We're gonna argue over shampoo. Anyway, speed up. Him and Kurt Angle, they was once best friends, once boys, celebrating. All of them had the gold belts and stuff like that, but Edge had seen the light and went on to his own. And they had 2 classic matches at Backlash, and of course the her versus her match when Edge cut off Kurt Angle her. Then Edge moved on to bigger, better things to face Eddie Guerrero in another hot feud. I think one of the hottest feuds in the summertime, and a ladder match going at it, doing their thing. You hear me? And then in the meanwhile, I think Christian was trying to find his way, find his edge, because I just can't remember much of his 02 run, but I can remember some of that 03, 04 run, but we won't get to all that. So, Edge had a little downtime. Plus, he had a big time match with Triple H on SmackDown, because Triple H versus Vince, and Triple H just spazzed out and hit everybody, and Edge was one of them. Alright, cool, bet. So, both of them had a okay 03. I think Edge was injured at one point, so we didn't see much of him in 03 because we didn't see Edge for probably like after WrestleMania 04. In the meanwhile, that's when Christian started having a big year when he started feuding with Jericho over Trish Stratus, because Jericho must have fallen in love with Trish, but Christian was being that hating homeboy because he wanted her himself. And of course, they had the match. Christian beat Jericho, and then moved on to bigger success. I think Christian was in Intercontinental Championship matches, winning titles and stuff like that against Shelton Benjamin. Edge was back to where he belonged on SmackDown, and then I think both of them end up on Raw, where Edge was coming into his own, is in the zone, feuding with Randy Orton, winning championships. And I think Christian on there? I think Church trying to see if Christian still on there. I'm not sure. But I feel like both of them felt they stride in 05. Because Edge went on to bigger, better things, feuding with Shawn Michaels, while Christian was being Captain Charisma, getting that shine. And of course, both their careers went kind of different, because Christian left in late 05 to went on the Impact, become a world champion, became Christian Cage, and started doing different things. And then during the same time, Edge had won the belt from Cena, because you know Edge had won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. You hear me? And then he started doing his thing, becoming the biggest heel in wrestling. Him and Chris Benoit having classic rivalry over the 3 months. And then he had another big time rivalry with Kane, when Kane on camera was dating Lita and supposed to be married to her, but in real life, Edge was smashing his girl boy. He was smashing Matt Hardy's gal. And then him and Matt Hardy had a real life feud, one of the best feuds of all time, where Edge beat the hell out of him in SummerSlam, and Matt Hardy got him back in a cage match. And then they had the ladder match that sent Matt Hardy to SmackDown that led to Edge big push. And Edge been on the road ever since, from feuding with Undertaker, Batista, Kane, you know, winning Royal Rumbles, getting Megas pushes and stuff like that. While Christian had to kind of struggle a little bit, but Christian showed that he could be a face of the company, especially when John Cena came. He was in the title picture. Hell, he was in a SummerSlam match with him, Jericho, and Cena. Now, Christian showed that he can lead a company and get that shine, but for some reason, the old man didn't want to believe in him, so Christian said, peace out. And it's just so funny that, you know, Edge got the push. I mean, of course, Christian came back years later, and they gave him that lunch plate belt. But he was in the title picture with Randy Orton, where they made him cry a lot and all that, which was trash. But as time wound down, and I thought about it, and I was watching Christian heel turn on AEW and stuff like that, and I thought about it. I'm like, if Christian would have got the mega push that Edge would have got, would he be better than Edge? As much as I love Edge, yes. Christian know how to get heat. Christian is naturally They being the bad guy. Don't get Edge know how to get heat, but Christian know how to get heat and stuff like that. So to me, if you take away, if they was on the same playing field, and both of them got the same mega push, I believe Edge is better than Christian. I believe Christian is better than Edge. I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm going to go with it. And plus, Christian still showed that he can go. Christian ain't slowed down. Slow to be, Edge getting kind of old. He's slowing down. He can't hang like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I do believe Christian is a better wrestler than Edge, and he's a better talker. Yes. I'm sorry, bruh. What y'all want me to do? Alright. Has Braun Strowman comeback been a major flop? I'm gonna be real with you, little bruh. I love Braun. Yeah, it is. It flopped. It's looking like a dud, man. Braun Strowman ain't been. Compared to his first run before he left, they built them up from the ground up. His first feud was Sin Cara, which was a physical battle with Hunico. Then him and Sami Zayn was good. Then he didn't really get on the map till he had the feud of his century with Roman Reigns. Then he feuded with Brock Lesnar, feuded with Kane. So he was getting a mega push. Then, of course, he went on to feud his former leader in the COVID era, Bray Wyatt. Which Bray Wyatt won at SummerSlam, and then the Tribal Chief came and killed both of them off the screen. So, with all those accomplishments and pushes and stuff like that, my boy second run compared to that first run, it ain't it, bruh. His highlight feud was almost at Crown Jewel. And a decent, good big man match. But besides that, he teaming with randomly tag teaming with Ricochet, feuding against Hit Row. How you go from Roman Reigns to Hit Row? That's tough. Then I know, and then they start changing my boy look up, bald headed. Now I know Braun Strowman has real life issues, If you remember in the WWE documentary, I think my boy thought he would commit suicide. But I will give Lucifer his credit. I'm going to give Lucifer his credit, man. You know what I'm saying? Vince, save my boy. He finally did something right. But it just seemed like my boy, it's like he still get the fans going crazy or whatever. I don't know if they changed his music up. I don't know. It just seemed like they don't got nothing for my boy. My boy ain't even gonna be in WrestleMania. Before he left, Braun Strowman was in WrestleMania and some more. Come on, man. He had a WrestleMania moment against Shane McMahon. You got him involved in Hit Row in backstage segments. When Braun Strowman should be in the ring. So I don't know, man. That second comeback is looking like epic trash. I'm sorry, bruh. It is what it is. Alright. This real talk right here. This subject right here, real talk, man. Luke Harper should have been added to the WrestleMania event for the WWE World Title with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. If y'all remember late 2015, 2016, I'm not mistaken, y'all hit me up. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt had a hot feud where Bray was getting the best of him and Randy was getting the best of him. Then a random night out of nowhere, it was Bray Wyatt versus Kane. Randy Orton had joined Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. And then a couple of months down the road, they won the tag team championships from Heath Slater and Rhino. And they became a tag team. But Luke Harper didn't trust Randy Orton like that because he knew he was a snake and a viper. Then it all came to full circle by January when all of them just, after Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, shortly after that, the whole group broke up. Where Randy and Luke Harper was into it, but Bray Wyatt was winning championships in Elimination Chamber, where he eliminated AJ Styles to go to WrestleMania, and the fans went crazy. Hell, I was happy for Bray. And then him and Randy Orton had a match on SmackDown to see who was going to face Bray. And of course, they chose Randy, and I'm just looking like y'all could have just added Luke Harper. Because their feud was hot as fish grease. It was very good storytelling. Also, we got to remember, Randy Orton burnt down the house, Sister Abigail's house. And then Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt started getting into it. So I feel like that match would have been special and something to see. I think Randy and Bray Wyatt fought for Luke Harper to be involved in the match. I mean, Luke Harper was a tall guy, athletic. If you don't believe me, watch that match with him and Dodger Kofi at one of them weekend festivals. That was a very good matchup. Then on top of that, he can carry his own because in 2014, he became Intercontinental Champion with Dolph Ziggler. And he was a good Intercontinental Champion. And he had a great feud with Dean Ambrose when he called him boy. So it's like, dang, Vince, why you can't add my man into the title picture? You heard me? Luke Harper earned this spot. I ain't saying he had to win the belt, but he at least could have been in the match. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserved a match. Now, don't get me wrong, Randy and Bray Wyatt was a good, cool match, but the energy was gone. It didn't feel right without Luke Harper being in the match. He busted his butt. He earned this spot. I think he had matches with AJ and stuff. Like, he was showing people that he can hang. Was he the best talker? No, but his aura, his presence got him over. He did all this in the clothesline. Wham. The fans loved it. But you ain't want him to get his shine. Told you, boy. Is Lucifer? If Lucifer don't see you making that green, peace out. You ain't on the card. I think they put him on the Andre Battle Royal card. Think about that. You don't want the hottest storyline in the company or professional wrestling. And all you got to show for it is you're on the Andre Battle Royal card. You're on the Andre Battle Royal. No disrespect to the big dog, but come on, man. That should have been a triple threat match, Vince. You know that. You're wrong, cuz. You're wrong. Now, of course, Luke Harper had to shortly move on to forming a tag team with his brother, Eric Rowan. When they had a good dominant tag team as the Bludgeon Brothers, dominating the tag team division. Then I think Luke Harper got injured. And he came back into the Eric Rowan. That was probably Eric Rowan only the big push. Eric Rowan versus Daniel Bryan Roman Reigns feud. And I think they lost that match. And then short after that, Luke Harper left WWE. And then became his real government name, Brody Lee. And he had a nice title run. And then the shocking news around the world that the big dog had passed away from a rare disease. And it was just a sad thing to see because he was starting to get his shine, his buzz in AEW, beating Cody Rhodes for TNT Championship and feuding with John Moxley for the World Heavyweight Championship. And he was just starting to hit stride, and then, the big man above had to call him home, you hear me? So, I just wish he would have got that WrestleMania moment, you know what I'm saying? And, especially with his brother Bray, you know what I'm saying? Bray really loved dude, you know what I'm saying? They were like this, no mob ties, no Jay Prince, you hear me? So, I just wish the big dog still here to get his shine, his just due, because the wrestling business took it hard, it was just sad. I just wish my boy would have got his shine. That's it. Alright. Oh, man. I'm proud of him. Apollo Crews, boy, your promo skills hadn't gotten better, brother. I'm proud of you, dog, because when you first came in, first of all, you left NXT too soon. We all can say that. Because, boy, when you got on the main roster, it was like, bro, I could put on good matches, but we don't know who you is. If you remember, Scott Hall had to get that man real pep game. Like, hey, bro, go do you, man. Be Be yourself. Put some spunk into it, some energy into it. You know what I'm saying? Bring something to the table. You heard me? It's like something was missing. You feel me? It was like, man, I don't know. My boy got it. Then he had to let, Forever Wakanda change with my boy, who he feuding with right now. And that was cool for a minute. It could have worked it. He had a nice big feud with Big E, but it was just that trash accent. Then he was in a nice feud with Sami Zayn and was Kevin Owens in that chat? I know it was I know the Intercontinental. It was him. I gotta remember who was in the Intercontinental title. I know it was Sami Zayn in that chat. Big E. I think Big E was still at that point. Because Big E was supposed to feud with Aleister Black, but you know what happened to that? Peace out. He went to AEW. Then my boy got lost in the shuffle for a minute. I mean, yeah, he became, he had a nice United States Championship run. He was free with MVP them and stuff like that, but it was just like, nah. Then, short after a while, he just started getting lost in the shuffle, and then he went back home to NXT, and he was involved in high-profile feuds with Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and then he started doing promos where he reading a book and chilling and expressing his feelings. Now I think he in another high-profile feud with his homeboy, you heard me? And I think it's going to be good, especially the history they got when homeboy betrayed it on him at Vengeance Day. But I will say, Apollo Crews' promo skills have gotten better. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. So hopefully he come back on the main roster and do it big and do it right. Because my boy's skills, they got better. Alright. Shall I begin? Why did WWE kept teasing us with Shinsuke versus Roman Reigns during the first year of Roman Reigns' title reign? I never understood that. Like, it had been moments they had been together. You'll think we could get Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Wrong. Nope. You get a segment, but no. And I think for two reasons. I feel like Roman probably didn't want to work with Shinsuke. And I feel like WWE gave up on Shinsuke for three various reasons. Reason number one. The dream match with AJ, it sounded beautiful, perfect. Mwah. Shinsuke Nakamura win the Royal Rumble. Yay! Something new, fresh. Except one problem. That match barely gained any interest. That's one. Then Shinsuke turned heel. After he lost against AJ, it was kind of like, alright, look, bro, it's cool. We just ready for the feud to end. Right? And then, reason number two. That John with Jinder Mahal was an epic fail. I know they were looking for Jinder Mahal for elite competition, but both of them guys can't speak English like that, or they both don't connect with the fans. Or Jinder and him just ain't good because Jinder couldn't feed off Shinsuke energy. Then, of course, do I gotta say the moment that I feel like Shinsuke WWE career died? When he broke the man's neck that we saw last night on Raw. And that's Vince Golden, boy. He don't play about John Cena now. When you Vince Golden, boy, drawing that green, Vince love you. And John Cena been making Vince a lot of money. Main event, winning championships. And Shinsuke almost broke my man's neck. And that's when I feel like the push died. Now, Shinsuke had numerous success, winning Intercontinental Championships, managed by Sami Zayn. And he had a nice little trio with him, Zayn, and Cesaro. But it's just like him getting back in the title picture wasn't going to happen. Oh, they teased us for many years, and him and Roman had good chemistry when they was down to the last two in the Royal Rumble. But we never got that one-on-one match. And I feel like we were close to this. Shinsuke should have won that match when Adam Pearce pinned him. And they gave it to Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns, which turned out to be Kevin Owens. That should have been Shinsuke's spot. That should have been his spot. But for some reason, the WWE headquarters and guys don't really believe in Shinsuke. Hell, we barely seen Shinsuke. We ain't seen Shinsuke Nakamura on TV since. I mean, he faced the Great Muta in his retirement match with his own theme song. Now, if he come back with the original theme song with the violinists, now that'll be crazy, you heard me? Because Shinsuke is a very talented guy. Because I liked his feud with him and Dolph Ziggler. That was actually a good match. You know what I'm saying? And then Shinsuke had a cool NXT run, dominating competition. Of course, he injured my boy Austin Aries. But he had a great feud with Bobby Roode over the NXT title. And he had a great match with Sami Zayn, sending Zayn off to the main roster. You hear me? So since Shinsuke Nakamura got a chance to be a champion and potential leader of the locker room, I just wish my boy can get his shine, though. And it seems like the tribal chief is not going for it. We're going to tease y'all a little bit. Peace out. Damn. Hopefully Shinsuke get back to that top, man. And get that shot he deserves. But as of right now, it seems like my boy in the doghouse waiting on his contract to expire. And it's a damn shame with wasted talent. The man got beat by Jinder Mahal, bro. That's tough. And then he definitely went for the bounce back from injuring John Cena neck. That's the day his career died. I mean, he was in the high pro. Like I said, he teamed over Randy Orton against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So my boy got skills to sell tickets. He just need energy to feed off of and do his thing. But hey, there's no here or there. And then my last subject I want to talk about is MJF the best wrestler in the world? And the reason I asked that and I seen the highlights, my boy actually shocked the world outside of throwing a cup on a kid, because he would have did that in Memphis, he would have got shot. You hear me? Myth Rack don't play. You throw a drink on somebody's kid, you getting fired on. You hear me? Talking about the kid's thirsty. No, you had the right one. And allegedly they said it was tequila. And that was distasteful. That was disgusting. That was trash. I don't give a damn who you is. You don't throw no drink on nobody's kid, bro. You lucky that boy father went there. Because that match would have turned into a straight shoot. And you'd probably been fighting for your life. You don't do that. That's disrespectful, brother. I love your talent. I love your skills. I love what you do. Now, if that was part of the script, I'd be like, I'm with you. Now, we got on Brock Lesnar for a referee. But we got to give him the same energy for throwing a drink on a kid, bro. That ain't cool, bro. You had the right one, man. You had the right one. Because I know some folks there probably ready to kill you. You don't do that to no kid, man. For real now. I know you happy for your success and all that. But I don't know if you believe in it. I don't know what you believe in. But all this can be taken away from you tomorrow, little bro. You don't do that. But back to the subject. Is he the best wrestler alive? Best wrestler right now? No. He's number 2. You know, if I had my top 5 of best wrestlers right now, it'd be Roman, him, probably Jon Moxley, Josh Alexander for sure. And number 5, probably Adam Page or Bryan, the wild card. That's my top 5 right now. Oh, and Seth Rollins, I put number 6. And the reason I say that, because I will give him this. He lived up to the expectations in the 60-man Iron Man match. They said the score was tied 3-3, and he made Bryan tap out in front of the world. And rightfully so. He got his shine, his just due. He did his thing. Like I said, only thing that was disrespectful is throwing a drink on somebody's child, bro. And you lucky that man father went with them. Or hell, cousins or whatever, man. Cause you gotta be careful who you mess with out here, you hear me? Now you're a talented young man. I'll give you that. We all seen it from day one. When you feuded against Cody Rhodes. You even had a lackluster feud with Brian Pillman's son. You had a great feud with Punk. It was personal. And you was a big fan of Punk. You know what I'm saying? You had a great feud with Warlord. You performed the Pinnacle and had a nice feud with Jericho. But with all them accomplishments, you do not do that to somebody's child, bro. How would you feel if somebody did it to your mama? You know what I'm saying? Or say F your mama. She was thirsty. But back on the subject, is he the best professional wrestler right now? No, he had a great performance. I give him that. But he ain't number 2. But hey, y'all, that's it for this episode, man. I love y'all. I'm thankful for y'all, man, to get this run on to 500. And also, I can give y'all a preview of the next episode. It's called Who's Next? And got a little free banger subjects on here. But, hey, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out this piece. Peace.